Alright guys, over here we got a Hyundai Technician, but today unfortunately he have to work on a Jeep Grand Cherokee 07. So what happened last night?
You know, coming from the strip club with all the bad bitches in the car.
And then the car starts smoking out because it was too hot inside. Now we gotta change the water pump.
The water pump is gone.
Water pump is gone.
Yeah, for anybody that wants to know.
We got the new one.
How to do a water pump on a 07 is pretty straightforward. Basically taking the tension out of the belt. You want to pull the lower pulley out. The idler pulley, so you can get access to one of the bolts behind the pump. And pretty much all you need is a 15 for the tensioner, 13 for all the water pump bolts, and that's pretty much it. We'll get back to you once the pump is out. You get a better view on it. So it's pretty straightforward. This is the only bolt that you're gonna have to take this tensioner out of the way, because it sits like this, so you wouldn't be able to get to the bolt. And then everything else is pretty straightforward. So as you can see, this broke off, lost all the coolant last night. I do recommend you have the other one in hand. Just place the bolt as you take them off, because as you can see, some bolts are longer than others, so you don't want to put them in the wrong place and cause more damage. So if you don't have another one in hand, just use a cardboard and draw a little picture of it, just so you have a guideline, so you don't put stuff back the wrong way, because you don't want to put the long bolts where they don't belong, so they don't bottom out and break something else. But yeah, old one is out. We're just gonna clean the surface a little bit, because you can see it's cruded from overtime antifreeze. So we're just gonna clean the surface, and then we'll put the old one back in. The new one back in. And then, yeah. Alright guys, so as you can see, we cleaned the surface as good as you can. So it looks kind of like this, smooth it out. So all I really had was a razor blade and some scuff pad. So the reason you want to do that, it's a rubber gasket. So you want as smooth as surface as you possibly can. So take your time and clean it, because you don't want any seepage, any leak later on. So do it right the first time, so you don't have to redo it. And I transfer all the bolts back to the old pump, just so I know where to go. As you can see, it has one long bolt, a couple short bolts. There's like 3 long bolts here, so you don't want to put them in the wrong place. So after you clean your surface and everything is clean, set to go, we're gonna be placing this pump back in here. And one thing, do not forget how your belt runs. You can draw if you want. I just kind of memorized it. So we'll get back to you once the pump is in. Alright guys, water pump is in there. Everything is tight. It looks good. Spin it by hand, make sure it's not touching anything on the inside. So yeah, we're gonna put the pulley back on, get the belt in there, and put some coolant and have it bleed. And shout out to Taco Bell for not getting our car towed overnight. And yeah, we'll get back to you. Alright, so belt is back on. Don't forget to put your tensioner back on. Everything looking good. Just see how the belt runs if you ever need this. From the crank up to the idler, under the tensioner, AC compressor, back to the water pump, up to the alternator, and back to the power steering pump. So all we gotta do now is put some coolant with the improvised funnel. We're working with what we got right now, guys. We're not in the shop. And again, shout out to Taco Bell. And shout out to the Beamer. Gonna be having some videos with the Beamer coming soon, with the air ride system. And shout out to JR. Alright, it's running. And really, guys, all you need for this job is a size 15 and a size 13 for the water pump bolts, and 15 for your tensioner to remove, and also 15 to take tension out of the belt. I have a ratchet, so it made like electric ratchets, so it made life way easier. But even if you just have hand tools, you'll still be fine. You'll still be able to get it done. And we're gonna take a look here because we had battery light and all that coming on, and we are good. No more battery lights. Steering wheels are soft again, so good to go. Shout out, like the video, subscribe. So this is gonna be my first video for the channel. I'm gonna be starting. I'm gonna have content on the BMW. I have a lot of work done to this thing, and I'll also have content about the gym. I'll be hitting the gym. I'll have progress reviews and stuff like that. So definitely subscribe, give me a shout out, because we gotta start this shit.
What's up, man?
Shout out to my boy.
Shout out to my mechanic, Hyundai technician.